Okay, so before we even start, okay, I have to mention South Bronx, particularly South Bronx High School.
But South Bronx High School, I only played against it in baseball because I didn't go there. My brothers, Lenny and Max, went there.
But you did perform in talent shows.
I went there. I did. Yes. I went there once with the whole group.
Yes.
Yes.
And I know this because I graduated from South Bronx High School.
Okay, cool.
So I was part of that whole era and did get to see you guys, which is wild.
Yeah, we were.
I know.
We were kids, you know, and
I remember.
And actually, we played for free, and it was so much fun. And what am I talking about? We were just starting. Of course, we were gonna play for free, but it was so much fun. I remember we had jerseys that had our nicknames in the back of our jersey, and we said "Teenagers" in the front.
Yeah,
that was a good time.
Those are good times, right? Yeah. That's what's up. So shout out to the South Bronx, right?
Shout out to the South. Of course, I mean we grew up around that area, regardless.
Yeah.
I went to Morris High School, and so did my cousin Anthony.
Yeah.
But I played in the baseball team, and we had a rivalry against the South Bronx.
Yes.
So I remember we used to play so many games against them, and at the end of the year, we always had competition at the end to whoever was gonna go to the nationals.
Yeah.
It was Morris and South Bronx, but South Bronx won.
South Bronx won. We are recording. Good. Yeah, so I just had to get that out of the way because for me it's like I love that kind of stuff. You know, that's awesome. So yeah, we're fam. All right, so tonight celebrating the musical legendary.
I'm sorry. Oh, she's throwing kisses and I'm grabbing them. Shoot,
hey,
I'm sorry.
You gotta steal them where you can.
I know, but it wasn't even for me. But no, I feel bad because she's like, anyway, this is hilarious.
Yes. So tonight is celebrating the musical journey legend of Juan Guerra. Tell me about his music and what that means for you.
His music in my life, my artistic life, is actually, it's almost everything. Because like he's one of those guys that you cannot just take a song and sing it. You have to dissect it. And this is what I've been doing ever since I met his music. He just doesn't do a certain type of genre. He goes all out in every type of music. And so there's so much to learn from him.
Yes.
And when it comes to like writing, forget about it. It's like you need a dictionary to know what he's saying. But once you find out the meaning of things, you're like, this guy is from another planet. Yeah. So you gotta admire that. I love that.
Yeah. So is that something that influences your music and your creative process?
Absolutely. Because actually, something real big I learned from him is that you gotta make things sound like simple when they're really hard. And in order to do that, there's a magic, there's a certain formula, science to do that you are not just born with that. So you got to learn it. And he is the perfect person that you can listen to every song that he has, and he makes it so beautiful for you. Even though sometimes you don't understand what he's saying, but you're just like, that sounds nice. I don't know what it means, but it sounds great. Yeah. So that means it's a good job.
Yeah, I think too, like people that want to get into music or they're interested in becoming a singer or a songwriter or whatever, I think that's maybe an element that they forget, that it is it's very methodical and it's very like, it's almost like creating a science project, right?
Absolutely. Every song is a new project. It's a new science project. You need to know the feeling. You need to examine every word, make sure that one word doesn't mess up the whole song, because that happens.
Yeah.
One word can mess up a whole song. So the whole science in every song, in my case, you know, it's I can't just write a song like in a day. I need to give it time and go over it over until it's like perfect. And even if it's perfect, it's still missing something sometimes.
Yeah. I think as an artist, you never feel quite done with
until your fans tell you that is perfect. That's when you're like, oh my God, you really like that song? And then they're like, yeah. And then you're like, then it's good now.
So how much do your fans influence the music and things that you create?
I do music for them. You know, I don't sit down to do music for me. I have to, in the shows, it's like when you see their reaction to whatever songs, like for example, we did in Aventura for so many years, I would notice what would captivate them, and then I will remember that. I will adapt whatever I would be writing to. So, you know, every time they feel something and I notice, I pick that up and I try to adapt it to any of my new songs.
Nice. So, obviously, Aventura and that journey, which has been amazing for you, but now you're in a new place creatively. Tell me about where you are right now.
Oh, it's so amazing to be in charge. I have 2 albums already.
Yes.
And this one, I'm actually, it's been in the market for only 4 months. And I've already written the first song for my next album.
Wow.
So it's a continuous journey. You know, it's like you have to have the ammunition, you know, for your next album, because it's like time, you don't have a lot of time in this industry. Once you're hot, you gotta remain hot, and then hit after hit after hit, otherwise you fail, you know, you fade away.
Yeah. So tell me about the things that you're giving birth to. Like, what are the things you're writing about? Even now, you say you're already working on your next album.
Well, basically, right now, my main focus right now is my tour, which started today. You know,
Gotcha.
Over here. After this, I have a 40 city tour that I'm starting all the way till January, ending up in Puerto Rico with a huge concert. So it's been, you know, I'm dancing now. Also, it's gonna be a great.
I saw
show.
You had some good moves out there. You were doing some wild.
That was just a little bit. I'm talking about like you know, I'm gonna bring some real dancers on stage and have some.
That was for fun.
That was just fun. That's not necessarily my show.
Yeah.
You know, it's a couple of like.
So what kind of dancers? What do you want to show?
Well, now that I have merengue, I have dance, I have bachata, I have a whole bunch of different genres. I'm able to do a bigger show.
Yeah.
And have the crowd interact even more with me. So I want to make it even bigger with dancers.
Gotcha. And lastly, before we go, because a lot of young people are going to, you know, read this, hear about this. What advice would you have for someone who's young, who sees maybe, you know, the concerts and the lights and the this and the that? What real advice would you have, like, from a brother's perspective?
Okay, first of all of the lights and all the glory and everything comes after a lot of hard work.
Hello.
Okay?
You hear that, kids?
All right? That's number 1. Number 2, you need to believe in what you're doing. Number 3,
believing is huge, not to cut you off.
Of course.
Because it's got to come from somewhere deep inside, no?
Of course, but the most important thing is the quality of the song and whatever you are putting into it. Because if you do something halfway, that's the same way people's gonna receive it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't go all out, if you do things and you just throw them up in the air, you know, without a goal, then that's the same way people's gonna receive it. Oh, this song has no goal, and they throw it in the air. No matter how good the song is, if it's not backed up right, and if it doesn't have a goal, they won't respect it. They won't respect you as an artist. You know. So that's my advice. I mean, stay true to yourself, but always remember to always do music with quality. You know, that's the most important thing. And persevere, you know, because if you know you're good, you're going to keep on doing it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.